All right, so we had the 55 over here in the body shop, getting ready to do all the body work. Dan and I are going to start on the body, and Mark's going to come in and start finessing all the inner fenders and under hood stuff. On the full builds, whenever we're doing body work, we end up skimming the entire panel. That way we can get it totally smooth. It looks like we're putting a lot of filler on, but when we're all said and done, most of it ends up back on the floor. It's just to get every little imperfection out of the panel. That way everything's perfectly straight when it's all said and done. By the end, you may spread filler 2-3 times to make sure everything's nice and flat and level. While we do our body work, we use a product called Guide Coat. It looks like black spray paint, but it's really thin. We put that on there, and as we sand, it starts showing you your highs and lows. That way you can see everything in the panel. Some people can feel stuff like that, some can't, so the Guide Coat makes it real easy to know where you're at as you're blocking the panel down.
We just about got the bodywork tied up on the 55. We just got a little fine tuning to do on the hood gaps and around the front bumper and the parking light bezel areas. And then we'll be ready to put it in the booth for primer. about got the bodywork tied up on the 55. We just got a little fine tuning to do on the hood gaps and around the front bumper and the parking light bezel areas. And then we'll be ready to put in the booth for primer.
We got the 55 back over from the paint booth. We got everything in the first round of poly primer. We're going to go ahead and guide coat it one more time to do our initial block, just to find every little imperfection we can as we work our way to getting ready to paint it. So we have our first round of poly primer blocked down. What we like to do here is we'll go in and we'll hit it with some grease and wax remover, and then I'll have Charles and Mark come over, get multiple sets of eyes on it, and we'll look at the reflection as we're going, just to make sure there's no funny spots around any body lines or any dips. Guide coat shows you a lot, but there's still nothing beats that shiny reflection that you get when it's all said and done. So now that we looked it over with the grease and wax remover and looked at our reflection, we did notice we had some light imperfections around the wheel wells. So we're going to go ahead and fix those, get that all straightened out, take it over, put it back in the booth, and do our second round of poly primer. When we do that, we're going to go in and put a little extra where we burn through or where we have filler showing. That way, when we block it the second go around, that stuff will have a little more fill. That way everything should come out nice and straight when we're said and done. Now that we're on our second round of blocking primer, as we work our way down through the grits, we're going to start using a dry guide coat. It's a little better than the spray on because you rub it on when you put it on, and it'll get down into every little scratch that you have on your panel. At this point, we're more worried about scratches over straightness. We know we're straight, everything blocked out, so now we're just working our scratches out. That way, every step, we're just that much closer to being ready to paint it. We had the 55 all blocked down. Everything's looking good. We worked through all of our steps of sandpaper. We're down to 400 grit. We're going to wipe it down, go ahead and get it in the booth and get it ready for Dan to paint.
Thanks for coming to our YouTube page. If you like what you see, make sure to subscribe. If you want notifications, click on the bell. If you want to buy some cool merch, click on the info card, or you can click on the link in the bio.